looking at, does the means also matter?
That is, you have the means and the opportunity to carry out your threat, or what you say you are doing, or what you are alleged to have done. I believe that's what you are saying. Well, you see, it's like a company. You are talking of a company. A company is ordinarily a person known to law, but the company, Channels for instance, as an entity, cannot do things because it does not have hands and legs. But the hands and the legs and the brains of Channels are the people who make it work, yourself, management. So when you talk of means with regards to, terrorist activities, it's just like saying Osama bin Laden never had the means or opportunity to carry out the things he was alleged to have done. He had the hands, the legs, in form of people, persons, to do it.
What I mean by means is, I'm talking about the modus operandi, as it were, the mode of operation. You know, does it really matter? Isn't it? Wouldn't you employ a means that would get your cause the greatest attention?
Oh, I see. What you are saying is that, well, the end justifies the means.
Something of that nature.
Exactly. So, in order to get the attention of government to do what you want, do your bidding, you have to employ maximum force. Whatever kind of force will get their attention. That is not, you can use whatever means.
What kind of tactics, sorry to comment here, was that? Well, perhaps maybe from his counsel, he was advised not to testify.
I still don't understand.
Because even Klassen said something in relation to that. He said his failure not to testify meant the evidence against him remained uncontested.
That is exactly so. In ordinary criminal matters, you see, it's the prosecution that proves. The prosecution has also a burden to prove the case.
Because even in non-English speaking countries, people still testify, and with the use of interpreters.
Yes, but when you talk of terrorism, it's a very serious thing all over the world. It's an international pact. Once you are accused of terrorism, you won't just sit back and say, oh, let them prove that I terrorized. You have to do something. So, for instance, if you are waiting for your witnesses, I'm not calling into question the strategy adopted by his counsel in South Africa. Even if you are waiting for some witnesses from Nigeria or some documents, I still believe he could have said something for himself. Instead of, even at the sentencing stage, they still had to call people to come and testify and all that. Maybe because most people who have hot temper and things that they may not be good witnesses. The lawyers may see that if you ever step into the box, you are going to send yourself to jail. And maybe that was why they kept him out of the picture. So, to that extent, we don't know that. But once you have an offense of strict liability hanging on your neck, you have to do something.
Well, after the conviction, we did see a mitigation in a mitigation hearing there. Do you think that, if he had spoken there, it could have also possibly reduced the sentence, or there was no point?
I don't think so, because I was actually impressed by the evidence given by those who spoke in mitigation. They said a lot of things, they talked about him. Like I said, it's about personality. It does not mean because you are the person accused, you'll be a good witness for yourself. More often than not, because you are so passionate and emotional about the matter, you may further indict yourself. So they spoke well. They talked about him as a family man. They talked about his beliefs, and it swayed the judge. Instead of a life sentence, the judge said it openly that, well, he's fighting a political cause. And to that extent, it's about the Niger Delta people. They are being exploited. That, you see, it's a step-by-step thing. Okah today may be in jail fighting for a cause. But he stood up well as a man. He did not deny the fact that he was championing the cause of the people that are being marginalized and cheated in a polity.
And that's what I was asking you about the means. Does it matter when you're pushing a particular cause?
It matters. Mahatma Gandhi, for instance, in India, he went through hell.
Do governments believe in those kind of Mahatma Gandhi?
Well, some governments do. Some governments do. Look at America. yesterday, day before yesterday, people were there, gay marriage, marriage, the definition of marriage. People have the right to protest, to carry placards, to go and sit down in front of the Supreme Court and try to have their say. But the moment you start saying, I don't just want to have a say, I want to have my way, and I'm going to use any means, then you are crossing into the realm of criminality. That is the problem.
We asked the question,
yes.
The implications of this judgment.
Yes.
We asked GT that question on the Nigerian judiciary and indeed the other cases that are running here that's related to the same incident.
Yes.
What's your take?
Well, my take is this. And I feel strongly about this. You see, it's not just about Okah. This is about the Nigerian nation. This is about us as a people. The judiciary is taking so much at the moment. Nigerians expect so much from the judiciary. Unfortunately, to me, the judiciary is handicapped. The judiciary, it's come to a time when the judiciary must rise up.
Sorry, could you explain handicapped?
Handicapped because, handicapped in terms of personnel. I've always said it. Let me just wrap it up this way, because so that I don't waste too much time. Handicapped. Now, my own view, GT said, instead of saying amnesty for this person, Boko Haram, Niger men, and all that, piecemeal approach. You solve this problem. I mean, if tomorrow you give amnesty to Boko Haram, then the OPC too will wake up, because the militants in the Niger Delta, they've been settled. What they call amnesty is settlement. And that's the problem, settlement syndrome. You settled the Niger Delta people, then the Boko Haram people who are up there, because as far as I'm concerned, is no longer political. What they are doing, they are not even fighting the people that are on the other side of the divide. As in we are here, these so-called Boko Haram people, they are killing us, those of us here on this side of the divide. Every time they bomb a church, every time they enter a mosque, every time they bomb buses, they don't even touch anybody up there. The organs at the top. They only touch the common man, the common Nigerian. And so to that extent, they are not fighting for us. They are not fighting the enemy, the common enemy. So when I say that the judiciary is handicapped and there is need to talk, there should be a summit of all stakeholders. The GT called it an ecumenical
conclave.
Yes. I don't like this choice of words, sovereign national conference, all those things. Because of one word, the Northerners will say, no, we can't have a sovereign. Let it just be national conference. Let it not be any conference. Let us just sit down and talk. Let us know the problems of the judiciary, the way and manner of appointing people. Some judges cannot, when you have a good understanding and appreciation of the law, you can have firm control of your court. Nobody will come to your court and tell you how to do your cases. Now, we Nigerians, we must appreciate the fact that you have the vote, the power of the vote. And this is how you want to use it. Now, you talk about the legislature, let them know that they are there for lawmaking, not to be passing motions, issuing warrants for the arrest of people they have no business with, or executing constitutional projects.
Well, a whole lot must be looked into when that time comes for us to meet.
By God's grace.
All right. Okay, John Oloyede, legal practitioner, thank you for coming.
God.